All right, everybody, welcome back to the deep dive. Today we're looking into SynaBoost.
Okay.
It's this new brain health supplement that we've seen popping up all over the place. And, you guys sent us this YouTube review, breaking it all down. And you know how YouTube reviews can be sometimes?
Oh, yeah.
So we wanted to,
break it down, see what.
get to the bottom of it.
Yeah. One of the things I noticed is that the reviewer, right off the bat, is really emphasizing that you got to buy the original product.
Right.
And I thought that was interesting. Why would they lead with that?
Yeah, that's a really good point. I think that's kind of like a subtle little nod to the fact that there are a lot of counterfeit supplements out there.
Oh.
And that you really want to make sure.
It's kind of scary.
Yeah, you really want to make sure that you're getting the real deal.
Especially when you're putting this stuff in your body.
Absolutely.
Oh.
It could be dangerous if you're not getting what you think you're getting.
Totally. So, okay, let's get into what this stuff claims to do. Okay.
What's the big deal?
Yeah, so they're really going for the trifecta of brain power here. Improved memory focus.
Okay.
And mental clarity.
Who wouldn't want that?
Right, it's kind of like the holy grail of cognitive function, right?
Totally.
And they really play up the natural ingredients angle.
Okay.
Which is, a common marketing tactic for these types of supplements.
Right.
And they also emphasize that it's stimulant-free.
Which sounds great, but I'm guessing natural doesn't always equal safe or effective.
You got it. Just because something comes from nature doesn't automatically mean that it's good for you.
Right.
Or that it's going to work as advertised. There are plenty of things in nature that are poisonous or that can have adverse effects.
Okay.
And, the supplement industry is not as tightly regulated as the pharmaceutical industry. So it's really important to do your research and make sure that you're getting a product from a reputable source.
No, it's not as simple as just seeing the word natural and assuming it's going to be okay.
Exactly. You really have to look into the specific ingredients, the dosages, and, see if there's any research to back up the claims.
Got it.
And the same goes for that claim of being non-addictive.
Oh, interesting.
Now, while a lot of nootropics, they're considered non-addictive in the traditional sense, meaning they don't trigger those same reward pathways in your brain.
Right, like cocaine or heroin.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah, some can still lead to dependence or withdrawal symptoms if they're not used properly.
Okay.
So, just because something is labeled as non-addictive doesn't mean that you can just take it willy-nilly.
Right.
You still want to be mindful.
So we got to be careful.
Always a good idea to proceed with caution and consult with a healthcare professional.
Yeah, especially if you have any pre-existing health conditions.
Absolutely.
That's really smart.
Because they can help you determine if a supplement is right for you.
Right.
And if there are any potential interactions with any medications that you might be taking.
Makes total sense. The reviewer in this video also talked about, people experiencing all these amazing benefits.
Oh, yeah.
Like sharper thinking and better concentration and all that stuff.
They always have those testimonials.
Yeah, but how much can we actually trust those, those anecdotal reports?
Yeah. Anecdotes are definitely interesting. They can be compelling.
Right.
But they're really just individual stories.
Okay.
They're not scientific evidence.
So just because Jenny from wherever had a great experience doesn't mean that it's going to work for everybody.
Exactly. And plus, it's impossible to know for sure if those positive results are actually due to the supplement itself. Or if there's something else going on. Maybe they're just having a good week. Or maybe they made some other lifestyle changes that are contributing to their improved cognitive function.
So we need more than just happy customers to prove that this thing actually works.
Exactly. We need cold, hard data.
Give me the science.
Yeah, what we really need are well-designed clinical trials.
With large sample sizes, control groups, and, objective measurements of cognitive function.
Got it.
And that's really the only way to determine if a supplement is truly effective and safe.
Okay, yeah, that makes sense. Another thing the reviewer mentioned was using the treatment correctly.
Okay.
But they didn't really explain what that means. What does using it correctly entail?
That's a really important point, Is this something that you're supposed to take every day?
Right.
Is it something that you cycle on and off? Knowing the intended usage is really important because it helps us understand both the potential benefits and the risks. If something is meant to be taken long term, there might be different concerns than if it's just meant to be used for a short period of time.
Yeah, that makes sense. They did say that most people notice effects within a few days, but that individual results may vary.
Okay.
And honestly, that seems pretty quick for something that's supposed to boost your brain power.
Right. That's where the skepticism comes in.
While some ingredients might have subtle short-term effects, dramatic cognitive enhancement within days, it's unlikely. It's worth considering the possibility of a placebo effect.
Oh, interesting. So, you think you're feeling better because you're taking something?
Exactly. The power of belief is a real thing.
Yeah.
And sometimes just the act of taking a supplement can make people feel like they're experiencing improvements.
Wow.
Even if the supplement itself isn't actually doing anything.
That's wild.
Yeah.
Okay. To their credit, though, they do offer a 60-day money-back guarantee.
Yeah, that's always a good sign. It shows that the company stands behind their product.
Right.
And that they're confident in its effectiveness.
And I think that's good for consumers, right? It lets you try it out without feeling like you're taking a big risk.
Absolutely.
Well,
it gives you a chance to see if it works for you without having to commit to a long-term purchase.
It's awesome.
But of course, as always, you want to read the fine print.
Right.
Understand the terms and conditions of the guarantee.
Yeah.
Because there might be some stipulations.
Yeah.
Or, certain requirements that you have to meet in order to get your money back.
Good reminder.
Yeah.
Yeah, so the reviewer obviously directs everybody to the official SynaBoost website for more information and a special offer.
Of course.
But, they're making some big promises here. Boosted brain power, natural ingredients, no downsides.
But this review is really just scratching the surface.
Okay.
It's giving us a starting point. But the real work begins now.
Okay. I like that. What do you mean?
You got to dive deeper into the research.
Okay.
Look into those specific ingredients, understand their mechanisms, examine the scientific evidence, see if there are any potential side effects or interactions with other medications.
Okay.
Really do your homework.
I love that advice.
Yeah?
Knowledge is power, right? Especially when it comes to something you're putting in your body.
Exactly. Your health is your most valuable asset.
Absolutely.
So you want to make sure that you're making informed decisions.
Totally. So keep that critical thinking cap on, everybody. Do your research. And remember, informed decisions lead to better outcomes.
Couldn't have said it better myself.
Expert speaker.